Hello, everyone, and we welcome you here at our next live with Matej Pavlovic. He is the doctoral student of EPFL, the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology. And today we're going to speak about the basics and the values of the blockchain technology, what we are actually all about around in our summit, the Blockchain Leadership Summit that will take place in Basel, 23rd and 24th of November next month. Hello, Matej.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Thank you for inviting me.
It's all our pleasure. Would you please briefly tell us about, introduce us to the basics of the blockchain technology from the doctoral point of view, from the scientific point of view. How did you come to that, and what are you mainly focused on now?
Yeah, so I am, as you already mentioned, working at the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology, and we are looking very closely at blockchain and all the related technology, and it is mostly from the scientific point of view, so from the principles point of view. Currently, we are working on a new generation of blockchain, and we will that kind of achieves the same goal, but much cheaper and much better with better performance and so on. But the principles underlying the system are very similar, and they are, let's say, almost the same. So I'm working in a distributed systems laboratory, and we are looking at blockchain as a distributed system from the distributed system theoretic perspective. So we are looking at the foundational principles of blockchain, and we are not so much concerned about whether we use this hash function or that hash function, or whether we use this kind of coin, that kind of coins, proof of work, proof of stake. But we are looking at a more abstract point of view, and try to filter out what the actual principles are. And we are two labs. I'm part of one of them, and this is what we are currently working on.
I see. Well, so just to give a kind of brief introduction for the mass audience, for let's say an average user, like I do know how to use wallets. I don't know how to use coins. I do have a ledger wallet, but that's basically it. It's like, if we speak about the broader concept of the blockchain, about the broader vision over the technology, apparently it has like more potential applications than just what I mentioned. Now, what are the main values that we get with the blockchain? What are the main principles that lie in the core of value and benefit?
Well, I guess I will be repeating what many people already said, but the real, the big values and the big advancements are that it is really decentralized, and it is secure, and it has no easy way of a central entity like a government or like some institution to take control over. Of course, this is a very nice thing to have, and there's a lot of tricks in the underlying technology that allow this, and of course it is not 100% true. And this is also what I'm going to talk about at the Blockchain Leadership Summit, is what the underlying technology actually is, and why we are getting these very nice properties and these very nice values, and maybe why we get what we get and not more, why we what we need to pay attention to, and why we should try to not overstate what the blockchain gives us. The blockchain doesn't give us everything. It doesn't cure cancer. It doesn't give us absolute privacy, absolute security, absolute decentralizedness. It gives us these values to some extent, and in order to better understand what exactly we get, we should take a look at the principles underlying the blockchain, and this is what I'm going to talk about at the summit.
Taking a look at the future development, you say you are a member of one of the two labs at EPFL. What do you pay attention to in the course of investigation and development? Like, let's say, if we're speaking about the next generations of blockchain protocols, what shall lie in the core of those as the highest value of those? Like, will that be anonymous transactions and anonymous like anonymous access to stuff, or shall that be some extreme level of control of the assets we have there, or shall that be common transparency? Like, which is the main focus now, since we are still in the age of in the pre-mass adoption age of the technology? So what shall lie in the core of that development for the future generations?
Well, I believe there is no one-size-fits-all blockchain. And already there are hundreds of different flavors of the blockchain, and all with the same basic idea, like was already present in Bitcoin, which is nowadays technologically a very obsolete thing. But now we have many other flavors of the blockchain, and some are focused on very strong privacy and anonymity. Some are focused on other things. Some are focused on security in a cryptographic sense. Some are focused on energy efficiency. Some are focused on the decentralization of the trust. And very often these principles are antagonist. And I believe that there is room for many variants of the blockchain, and it's the application that chooses which variant of the blockchain fits it best. So I believe there will be many variants of the blockchain, each fit for a better application. If there is an application where we need to really, really stay private, then we will probably choose another version of the future generation blockchain than somebody else who doesn't care about everything being public and about identities being revealed, but for example wants to stay energy efficient.
Well, yes, especially with the proof of work systems, we do have to pay attention to the issue of energy efficiency.
To answer a question that I probably didn't explicitly, I don't think there will be a single focus. I think the focus will be on many aspects.
I see. Well, but speaking about the current research at EPFL, do you actually invite more and more fresh blood, more new students, more new researchers to join in? Like, do you see a trend to? Do you see a trend for a growing community at your university?
Definitely, and this is already happening. The course that we are teaching, we as a lab, so basically my advisor is teaching, which is distributed systems. We're already this semester, and already has in the previous semester, will contain a part on blockchain. I am giving one of the lectures on the blockchain, explaining to the students how it works. We have a growing number of students taking the course. We have this year, very new, a whole section of the course, which is a project where the students actually implement some flavor of a blockchain system. At EPFL, we have an association of students that are that focuses on blockchain technology and its use. They are actually deploying code on Ethereum. They are studying the protocols. They are willing to implement new protocols that show up. I believe this might have even some funding from EPFL, and we are actively inviting everybody to participate. And we are proposing projects in our lab to work with us even personally. When somebody has an idea what they could do with the blockchain, they can come to us, and we will try to help them with their project, whether it's scientific for publishing papers or whether it's something more practical. we are very open for collaboration, and we are very happy when more and more people join us in this effort.
Oh, I see. So, can you say that, like in some near future, we will, like we and like I know, students globally will find new career paths and new career ways in the major of blockchain development, application, or implementation to any other fields?
You mean?
Well, basically, if I am now considering the blockchain technology as, let's say, one of the IT spheres so far, like, will I be able to build my career in some near future that will major blockchain, or will it just be, you know, like one of the sides of IT development, and like, let's say, will there be a blockchain major anywhere soon?
I believe yes. I believe this is a big and growing field, and I think blockchain as a technology enables many many paths and enables many applications, and I think this will be a very broad and very interesting field, where the blockchain technology will be at its core, and its understanding will be very important, and it will be really a very interesting fusion of almost whatever you can think about, and its connection with the blockchain. And I think the area in computer science is growing hugely. Basically, nowadays it's machine learning and blockchain are the biggest topics even within computer science. So I think, given how much interest blockchain has already and is getting, it is very likely that more and more people will be interested in expanding this field, and this might become a field on its own within computer science.
I see. Well, can we expect you to let us know more about the current educational programs of the EPFL, computer science, like the technological science at the summit? Will you be presenting on that as well?
If there is interest, I can definitely tell a few words about that. I will. The plan is that I would introduce you to the scientific and computer science distributed systems theoretic principles of blockchain, and of course I will also give you some pointers to what you could do if you want to collaborate with EPFL. We have plenty of projects, and or if you're a student, or if you're considering studying properly computer science and blockchain, what you can do at EPFL.
I see. Well, that is great. We will have a dedicated academia track on the Blockchain Leadership Summit. We will have representatives of several universities, including the University of Basel and EPFL, and we're getting more confirmations now. So it is great that we do have the scientific approach to the new technology. It is great that we have the ways, we have the basis to educate ourselves in that. So let's welcome everyone to join our summit. As I said, 23rd, 24th of November, and Matej Pavlovic will be taking part in our summit. He will be presenting the technological insights to the blockchain technology, and he will tell us more about what it actually is like to learn about the blockchain technology at the University of EPFL, the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology.
Thank you very much for inviting me, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of you there.
Thank you. You all have a good one, and see you in our next live. Stay tuned.
Bye-bye.